when we have your x values, we call them independent variable because they're already given, or you can choose your x values. And then when you plug them into your equation, then the y values, we call them as dependent variable, okay? So let's take a look here. We have an equation, y equals x plus 4. And then let's go ahead and take this and convert it into a table. So we are taking each x value and then we're plugging them in to find our y value. So here, y would equal to -5, x is -5, and then plus 4. So -5 plus 4 is -1. So our y value is -1. So that's you just keep going. So you have x is -4, and then you add 4 to it. So -4 plus 4 is equal to 0. So our y value is equal to 0, and then so on. Okay. Desmos can do the same thing. I'll show you how to do it much faster in Desmos, but for now, just to understand what is happening here, just want to do the first one by hand. Y value is 2, and then the last one, when x is 0, so 0 plus 4 is 4. Okay, so we took all of our x value and plugged them into our equation where x is right here, and then we plugged all of our x values and then found what our y values are. Here's how you can do that in Desmos. You just type in the equation, so you have y equals x plus 4, and then we press the gear button right here, and then we turn it into a table of values. And then here we can change the x values to whatever we would like them to be. So -5, c goes to -1, Desmos just plugs them in for you and then finds our y values, okay? Okay, and then there you go. So there, oh, I did something wrong. Okay, so -1, 0, 2, and 4. So when our domain are these values right here, this is my range, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and graph this equation now. So when we are graphing it, even though Desmos has it, let me just show you what we have here. You have -5, x is -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then y is -1. Okay, there's my first point, -4 goes to 0. And you can kind of see how the graph is getting built right here. 0 goes to +4. And then you have we're going to go ahead and connect the dots. And then there you go. That's our graph. Okay. So right here, let's go ahead and find our values. So you have y equals 3/4, x minus 2. Turn it into a table of values, and then change our domain to -4, 0, 4, and 8. Take that one off, and then there are your y values right there. So when x is -4, my y is -5, 0 goes to -2, 4 goes to 1, and 8 goes to 4. And you notice these automatically turn into a function because every x value has its own y value. Let's quickly graph it. So -4 goes to -5, 0 goes to -2, 4 goes to 1, and then 8 is off the graph, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then up to 4, somewhere over here. But let's just keep these 3 points, and then there is our graph right there, and then Desmos already has it. All right, so here's a question right here. The way it's asked, it's pretty easy to find. It says here, given the domain, so we know that the domain are the x values. So the domain right here, these are all of my x values. We're asked to find the range, okay? Meaning range are going to be my y values. And we know where to find it in Desmos, right? This is my domain right here, and this is my range. so let me go ahead and plug in the equation. So you have y equals x minus 5. And then I'm going to turn it into a table because that's a really good way to find my domain and range. So here's my domain, but I want the domain to be specifically these numbers. So I'll go ahead and erase the what Desmos puts by default and then change it to what I have here. Okay, so there you go. So to answer this question, so the range, okay, we're going to put it in set notation. Set notation, we use these curly brackets, and then we just list our range. Our range are these numbers right here, -1, 1, and 3, and that's it. Okay? All right, and then one more example here. So we have y equals 3x plus 1. Turn it into a table, and then we're going to change our domain to -1, 0, 1, and 4. And then here's my range. So my range are the values right here. So I have -2, 1, 4, and 13. And that's that. Okay? Let's look at some more examples. So we've done tables, equations, graphs. We've learned domain and range, independent and dependent variables. And oh, that's it. That's it for this lesson. All right, guys, thanks.